Hello, welcome to another weekend of Punters Guide. Yes, the autumn is well and truly upon us. And I think, Jason, nothing screams autumn anything more than the cavalry charge of the Cambridgeshire, the big betting race of the day. And, of course, a couple of juvenile Group 1s. A cracking day at HQ to look forward to.
Yeah, don't we always get it? Well, punters of a certain age anyway, don't we always get to say, oh, first leg of the autumn double, don't we? Don't think I've managed to land the autumn double for some time, but we'll certainly give it a crack. And obviously, Group 1 juveniles in action and some nice sort of competition from across the sea as well.
Yeah, we certainly have. And, well, we've got that in most of the juvenile races. We'll start with the opener then, the Royal Lodge. Stakes is a Group 2, of course, won last year by Mark and Charlie Johnson, of course, beating the Guineas winner Caribus. We've got flying honours in here for Charlie Appleby. I was looking through, Caribus is only actually second ever runner in this contest, but on his Salisbury form that's been franked, he should take some beating in the opener.
Yeah, I think that's a fair point. Like Greenland managed to win at 8-13 at Roscommon. And it's about those two trainers really flexing their muscles, isn't it? The Foxes, he won by a neck at Goodwood. Dubai Mile, that was off an easy win at Kempton, but it'll need to leave that well behind. Flying Honours, last two wins, here's one for you, is won by a combined 15 lengths. The last of them in listed company. He looks an absolute rocket. The team ran in that race that he won last time, Alba here last year, who went on to win the Group 1 Summer Mile. So, they're not adverse to going down that route with a good one. He's short, but he should be.
Yeah, flying honours then in the Royal Lodge. We move on to the 225, the Cheveley Park, the first of two Group 1s on the card at Newmarket. We've got Meditate here for Ian O'Brien, who lost her unbeaten record to a potential superstar at the Curragh, but I love Trillium. God, she's certainly got a place in my heart. She did it nice at Doncaster, just get up on the line. I think the 6 furlong will suit. And Richard Hannon been quite bullish about her this week.
Yeah, he's saying that she seems to have grown and strengthened. I'm a little bit concerned about going back up to 6 furlongs after winning the Flying Childers. That'd be my main concern. I mean, Lazoo has been a little superstar, hasn't she? William Buick gets the leg up on her. Morge, all that form ties in. Mayland and Sea, was really good in the Queen Mary, but she's been pretty lackluster in 2 subsequent runs. And then we've got the Lowther form with Swing Along. Obviously, the team Carl Burke had dramatised in that contest, and Swing Along came and sort of sunk that ship. I don't think they'd ever been as disappointed with a 25-1 winner as far as the Lowther was concerned, with the red hot favourite beaten. For me, I think it's all about Meditate. She lost her unbeaten record over 7 in the Moyglare. She comes back down in distance to 6, so she knows she stays well. And if that's the scenario, Ryan Moore will be making Trillium really go from the furlong marker and see if there's any sort of chink in her armour.
Yeah, sticking with Meditate then, and the proven experience, looking forward to that. Could be an absolute cracker, as should be the Middle Park. I mean, looking at this as a who's who, we've got the 1-2 from the Pre-Morney, Blackbird and Persian Force. Interesting to see Rosa Ryan back in the Armour Racing colours as well. We've got Mischief Magic, the Serenia winner. Marshman, the Lowther second. I think he was still green at York as well. And I guess you may have been at Yarmouth when Zoology had everyone talking when he made a winning debut.
Yeah, it was interesting. I knew he had an entry here, and I spoke to the trainer after and said, "Look, are you gonna run him in the Middle Park? Oh, it'll come too quick, and we don't know." He's obviously bounced out of that victory at Yarmouth really, really well. So they decide to take their chance. Good luck to them. I think that Persian Force will turn the form around with Blackbeard, who was able to get on that stand-side rail over in France last time. Can be a little bit of a handful beforehand. And that tiny little race course roundabout, if you like. Ross Ryan back on board for his old boss in a Group 1, which they haven't managed to win. So a remarkable chain of events as far as that is concerned. Most to fear, Persian Force from Mischief Magic. Didn't look special when he won at Goodwood. Much better afterwards, and including last time the win at Kempton, he looked really, really good. He seems to be getting better with his racing, if you like. But Persian Force, Ross Ryan destined for a Group 1 win. Let's hope it can be for his old boss, Ammo Racing.
Yeah, it should be an absolutely brilliant race. Persian Force done nothing wrong, really, has he? All season, some big dates that he's had. Right. the Cambridgeshire, the Cavalry Charge. We've got Majestic Dawn, top weight, former winner of it, of course. We've got this Mujtabar, who didn't perform as you expected in the Lincoln, but did it nicely at Doncaster at St. Ledger meeting. Only 29 go to post. We haven't got a full field for the Cavalry Charge there, Jason.
Yeah, it should be easy, shouldn't it, with just the 29? I mean, Mujtaba, £4 penalty for winning on the bridle, looked really good. Watching him as an individual, I'm going to give him the swerve. The main reason being, I'm not sure how he's going to handle the dip at Newmarket. That would be my major concern. He's quite a long striding, big individual. He may well get caught out. He could be the proverbial good, group horse in there. When you go through them, the likes of Savvy Victory, interesting that Ryan Moore has been booked for him. Threw him in the deep end all through the year behind changing of the guard at Chester and all those good races. But he now will be dropped in and ridden cold. I think that's going to suit him down to the ground. But I've got to have two bites at the cherry. They're both double digits. The first one, the longest price of the pair, I'll throw in Uzo on the hope that they do not make or try and make the running with him. I thought the form behind Sinjari at Sandown is red hot, and the last twice in good races they've gone forward. I hope they drop him in and give him a little chance. And the other one I fancy, probably the stronger of the two, is Electrical Storm for Syed Bin Sarur and Kieran Fallon. Now, he's a half brother to Ribchester, returned, ran an absolute stormer when winning at York, got put up £9 for that. He's been given a shocker the last twice. He went forward at Sandown and was the only one to cling on for third out of all the horses who were up towards the front end where he got swallowed. He dropped back down to the mile. Andrea Azzini nodded his best, sort of let him drop out the back of the pack, flew home late to be a close third from an uncompromising position. So a mile and a furlong should be absolutely perfect. He's double digits and he's got the pedigree to be better than where he is on, just a lowly mark of 92.
Yeah, got a bit of a record, haven't they? Bedouin Story won this race for Godolphin, of course, a couple of years ago as well. And I agree, Uzo, I think, is overpriced. And he's run some really good races in big handicaps this season. Well, there's a couple of races at Haydock to look forward to as well on Merseyside for the ITV cameras. And this 205, it's a brilliant mile handicap. We've got a lightly raced Roger Varian contender, Aku Najla, who's just dominating at present, isn't he? The master of Carlberg Stables. We've got some older runners. And one that caught my eye was Auditor, because he was run down by Atrium at Newby last time. Atrium's come out and won since and was actually in the Cambridgeshire until that declaration stage. And Sean Levy is on board with probably a little bit to him, a point to prove this weekend after what happened in the week.
I think that's a fair point. Yeah, the saliva test, the quick turnaround for that test, 15 minutes. I came up with the positive, the false positive, as it was. Yeah, Auditor, he managed to go back-to-back over 7 furlongs here, admittedly on the July course, just across from the Rolling Mile, ran a stormer over the mile. And Aku Najla is the 2.7 million half-brother to Galileo Gold. Looked really good when he won. Sort of put in his place a little bit last time, but obviously behind a horse who ran second, My Prospero, in the St. James's Palace. So that form is very, very strong indeed. They're all your regulars, aren't they? Montasib has been in the Bunbury Cup running really well, has not had much luck. I just feel that Astro King with the visor on for the first time doesn't look badly weighted at the top. Real good ride for Reese Clutterbuck. He was unlucky on his return in the Thirst Hunt Cup. He then has probably run a little bit too free in decent handicaps. So the mile, the visor on, I think he's an interesting contender, provided he gets a pace to run at.
Yeah, the Derby winning Silks, of course, aside to hail Astro King then for top weight in the 205. The 240, it's a 5 furlong sprint. It's the Leicester Piggott first to last handicap. It could be called the Jason Weaver Cliff Horse handicap. Whose turn is it this weekend, Jace?
Oh, they're all there, aren't they? I don't know if I'm going to hang off Stone of Destiny, Sunday Sovereign, Alligator Alley, all of those. Oh, my word. There've been some expensive failures in here, but they will pop up very shortly. Stone of Destiny is an interesting place to start with Harry Davis on board. He ran a cracker over 6 with Harry on. Then he dropped down to the minimum, was a never nearer at Newcastle just the other day, and he's very well handicapped. I wouldn't put you off him. And I think that you have to give a shout to Nomadic Empire, who ran an absolute stormer in the Portland last time. There's no doubting that Equality is going to attract the lion's share of the money yet again, but he just finds it so hard to get his head in front, and he's cost a few quid for many a punter. Nomadic Empire, I think that Martin Harley is a classy rider. He doesn't get too many opportunities, or hasn't this season, for a real Saturday horse, and given the opportunity, he's really good. So Nomadic Empire off the back of a good run in the Portland.
Yeah, it was a good effort, that, wasn't he? Staying on. Right, there's 2 races over the Curragh as well for juveniles. We've got the Betfred Stakes, the Group 2 135. They might as well call it the Aidan O'Brien Betfred Stakes. He's won this so many times. He's won each of the last 10, 8 of them are favourites, 7 with them odds on, and he's got a couple leading contenders this year, right? No surprise.
Yeah, he has the lion's share yet again. I mean, Adelaide River, his form ties in really closely with Pivotal Trigger. So there's next to nothing between those in their French form last time. Roaring Gallagher, I watched that back last time from Bellierstown. Didn't really know what was going on. Great big powerhouse, going to be much better suited to this test here, but he didn't look the quickest, I have to say. And then you got Crypto Force. Remember, he came over and ran in the Chesham behind Holloway Boy. But I think it all points to Continuous, doesn't it? He's a son of Heart's Cry. He's the only Heart's Cry who's a son of Sunday Silence that the team have at Ballydoyle. Just about made all at the Curragh last time. He will stay all day long. And I shouldn't be surprised if he jumps to the top of a few of the markets, including the Derby, if he were to be impressive here.
Yeah, imagine it'd be another Aidan O'Brien benefit. And we've also got the Goffs Million as well. This is the sales race to end all sales race. €68,000 up for grabs. If you come fourth, €1 million in prize money. €611,000 to the winner. 204, $250,000 just for coming second. 19 runners, and again, it's one of those contests. The sales races, it's quantity over quality, really, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. And look, you know, over the weekend, you'll get to see that horses like Pogo, his half-brother runs in here, Bossy Parker. Hiawatha is actually a brother to Luxembourg. But if you watched him run last time, they talk about not sparing the horses. He was given the full office from the saddle to get his head in front last time. And although he was quite impressive, they were certainly hard on him. I think we have got a real strong hand in the horses that we send over here. I think that Ovidio, who's not to be underestimated because he finished up behind Chaldine in the Acomb. That form obviously been boosted with the winner coming out and zipping in the Champagne at Doncaster. But the most underestimated horse in here has to be Wahaj. Now, he's had 3 runs. He wasn't given an official rating for a little bit of a while. He's been assessed by the handicapper now. He's got a mark of 99. He was second in the Solario behind Silver Knot. Now, that race, again, was a shocker from a rider's point of view. There were 5 of them involved in a scrimmage for the front end. So for him to keep on going for second when the winner came from way, way back, you've got to upgrade it. So could be a big day, big payday. And the biggest of both their careers, I should mean, Louis Stewart and Patrick Owens, who doesn't train a big string here in Newmarket. But Wahaj, slightly under the radar, I feel, off the back of a big run.
Yeah, memory serves me right. It was one of his at a big price. He got placed in the Super Sprint last year as well, wasn't it? So he's got history with these big juvenile contests. Fantastic stuff, Jason. 8 races looked at there. It's a busy day in front of the ITV cameras. What would be the idea of a best bet on the card, please?
Best bet, I think, in the Cheveley Park. I think that Meditate is going to take a world of beating. I'm sure that Trillium's going to get well punted, and she may be second in just because she lost her unbeaten record last time over further, and she's back down in distance.
Yeah, Meditate then in the Cheveley Park, the best bet of the weekend. Cracking action, 8 races to look forward to. Everybody catered for, juvenile Group 1s, big betting races, big field handicaps. Enjoy it all with Jason and the team in the ITV cameras this weekend. Whatever you're back in, the best of luck.